Hi guys, welcome back to Trini Can Cook, and today we are going to be making the most delectable, most tasty, soft, tender, mouth-watering Jamaican oxtail. So let's get right into this. It's a very thorough video. This is a recipe that I use over and over again, and it comes out great every single time. So hope you guys enjoy, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
Now it's time to wash your meat.
So here I have 4 pounds of fresh oxtail. I like to use the fresh oxtail because it's better than frozen, and I mean it's fresh is always better. This recipe can work just as well for 3 pounds of oxtail as it did for 4 pounds. And if you have more or less oxtail, you can adjust the measurements to suit. See the description box below for the full listing of ingredients used. Okay, so first I'm going to start washing it with some fresh, I like to add a little bit of fresh lemon juice. If you don't have lemon, lime juice will work. Or if not, simple white vinegar. Really go in with your hands and wash the meat out well. After this, we want to strain out all that water and then rinse under clean running water. Do this about 2 to 3 times because you want to get rid of all of that lemon juice or vinegar. You don't want any of that acidic taste to get into your oxtail. So take a couple minutes and rinse it out very well. Remember folks, we like to wash our meat, right? It's a Caribbean thing. Just rinse it out with clean water a couple of times just to make sure you get rid of all of that lemon or vinegar that you washed it with, because you don't want that acidic taste. It will spoil the taste when you're cooking. You see it went from red to almost whitish looking. Okay? So this is my last rinse. On your last rinse, make sure you get all of that water out. And if you have paper towels, you can pat it dry, because after this we are going to be seasoning with some dry ingredients, and we want it to stick to the meat rather than swim in liquid. Okay, so now it's good. It's ready to prep and season.
Seasoning the oxtail.
Alright guys, so now we are going to be seasoning the oxtail, and once you season, you can leave it in the fridge for a few hours and cook, or what I like to do, preferably leave it overnight, at least for 24 hours, and cook the next day. The longer you leave it, the better it will marinate. So the first thing that I'm going in with is oxtail marinade. I use 2 tablespoons. As I mentioned before, I am using about 4 pounds of oxtail. So these quantities of ingredients are for this amount of oxtail. Next, I'm going in with some powdered oxtail seasoning. I'm using 2 tablespoons again. 2 tablespoons of seasoning salt. Any seasoning salt will do. 2 tablespoons of Maggi all-purpose vegetable seasoning. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. 2 tablespoons of onion powder. 1 tablespoon of allspice powder. 1 tablespoon of allspice seeds. Bear in mind, this is not peppercorn seeds, this is the allspice or pimento seeds. 1 tablespoon brown sugar. And 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce. So those are my 10 main ingredients, powdered seasonings. So now you're going to give it a good mix, and just to point out, if you realize I did not use any salt, and the reason is because all of these powdered seasonings have salt in them, and so there's no need to add any extra salt. I mean, you could always taste and adjust for salt towards the end of cooking. So just give it a good mix, put it in a sealed container, and then refrigerate. Let it marinate for a couple hours, like I said, or preferably overnight. The longer the better. Okay.
we're gonna cook the oxtail.
Okay guys, now I'm going to show you what I use when cooking the oxtail. You will need 2 pot spoons of vegetable oil, 1 onion sliced, 4 to 5 cloves of garlic chopped fine, 1 pepper, and a piece of fresh ginger, a few sprigs of fresh or dry fine thyme, about 1 tablespoon, 4 big stalks of scallion or green onion or chive chopped fine, some ketchup, about 1/4 cup, some red wine, 1/4 cup, 1/4 of a green pepper, 1/4 red pepper and or pimento peppers, and 1 tomato sliced. And just to show you the red wine that I use this Jamaican red wine. Lastly, I forgot to show you, but you would also need 1 can of lima beans or butter beans. Okay, so now get your widest cast iron pot. You need a very heavy pot. And to that we are going to add our 2 pot spoons of vegetable oil. My pot is on high heat, and I want this high heat because when I add the meat, I want the meat to sear nicely and to get brown. And once we add the hot water, we are going to lower the heat. To test to see if the oil is nice and hot, place a wooden stick or pot spoon into the oil, and if you see bubbles forming around the base of it, you know that your oil is hot. So now we can go ahead and add our meat to this pot. So I had my meat sitting out for about 30 minutes. I took it out of the fridge and was left at room temperature, or if not, when you just want to pull it out of the fridge, you can do so. So now that's the sound that you want to hear. That's that lovely sizzle. And so now we're just gonna, my pot is on high heat. We are just going to cook this until it gets brown, that nice brown color. This step or stage is very important. And so this is the stage that we are going to achieve that nice dark brown oxtail color. So we have to fry this for a few minutes, good. So we are going to be frying this for about 5 minutes until all the liquid has dried up and the color has darkened. Remember to keep stirring and turning the meat, paying special attention to the bottom of the pot. It may appear as though the meat is burning, but it is not. Just keep scraping the bottom of the pot ever so often to prevent burning. Remember, when you're frying it to get a color now, do not add water. Only after it gets its color, we're going to add the hot water. Alright guys, so this is after 5 minutes, and as you can see, the nice color that we achieved. You can see the bottom there, but that's okay. There's only flavor in there. Now we are going to go in with our fresh vegetables. So we are just going to add everything to the pot at this point. So 1 onion sliced, 4 to 5 cloves of garlic minced, 1 piece of ginger, 4 stalks of scallion or green onion or chive chopped, a couple sprigs of thyme, probably 10 or so. I'm using dried thyme, 1 tomato sliced, 1/4 green pepper and 1/4 red pepper. If you don't have red pepper, you can use pimento peppers, or you could use both. So give all that a good stir, and I've lowered the heat to about medium now. Also have your hot water ready to go because we are going to add it in about 1 minute. At this point, if you want to add a hot pepper of your choice, feel free to do so. Now I'm going in with the hot boiling water. We are going to add just enough water to cover the pot. You can bring it back to high heat so it can come to a boil quickly. So now we're going to go in with a 1/4 cup of red wine and a 1/4 cup of ketchup. Now go ahead and give it a good mix, and at this point you can lower the heat to medium and cover it so that it can cook low and slow. Cooking time should take about 2 hours for it to become soft and tender, and for most of the liquid to dry down. For the sake of speeding up the video, I'm going to show you every half an hour interval. Okay, I've just uncovered it. This is after 30 minutes, 30, cooking at 5.0 or medium heat. It still has a lot of liquid in it, so it still has a good way to go. This is after 1 hour of cooking. More liquid has dried down. It has still retained a nice color, but it's still a little tough. So we're just going to cover it and leave it to cook some more. Still cooking at 5.0 or medium heat. This is how it looks after 1 hour and 30 minutes or hour and a half. The sauce has reduced a lot and started to thicken, but I think the meat could still be even softer, so I am going to cook for another 30 minutes. You can add some hot water if needed for the extra cooking time. Now, towards the last 5 to 10 minutes of cooking time, we are going to add our lima beans or butter beans. I didn't have lima beans on hand, which is my first choice of beans, but my second go-to is the butter beans. Strain out the beans and rinse under running water to add to the pot. The reason for the lima beans is that it soaks up some of the liquid, and so each of those beans hold an amazing taste. So just incorporate it into the pot. Do not over stir, as this will break up the beans, because you want the beans to be nice and whole. And so basically that's it. Once you added your lima beans, it's basically finished. And so you can turn off your heat and best served hot, as I like to eat it, with some rice and peas and some coleslaw, some jerk chicken festival. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's my version of Jamaican oxtail. I hope you guys get to try it, and if you like it or if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. Okay guys, so now we can enjoy our oxtail with some rice and peas, some jerk chicken, some Jamaican coleslaw made with carrots and cabbage, and a nice sweet and slightly acidic pickle, and some vegetable, which is the fried dough, and a nice cold glass of homemade orange juice. So that's it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and see you again soon. Take care. Bye now.